Hey everyone, it's Walker at Full Spectrum Laser and welcome to In the Cut, where we just kind of watch the laser do its thing. And the thing it's doing today is a plate. Now plates are a bit difficult. So you can see, whoa, there we go. There's a dithered plate. Now I haven't done dither on a plate before until today, so I find this pretty interesting. And plates are difficult because they have this ridge, and you can see that this ridge is fairly deep, and that's why the engraving is so small, because if it was any larger, the actual laser head would bump the edge of the plate, moving the plate and then ruining everything. So we actually have a different plate inside that we're going to run at an inch larger in diameter. This was run at 4.5 inches, and we're running at a 5.5 inch on a different type of plate that doesn't have this edge, so it can be bigger. And if you guys have any questions as it's running, feel free. I'll answer them and put them in the comment section. And let's just go to the machine. Alrighty guys, so the reason I chose red and blue for a plate is because it's going to contrast with the actual engraving. The engraving is going to mark like it would on glass or acrylic with a white frost. And you wouldn't be able to see it on a white plate unless you kind of shimmered it in the light. But you could get around this by using Surmark, which actually spray on top of a white plate, and it comes in blue and black, and then it reacts with the spray and permanently bonds it to the ceramic. And that's why we chose colored plates. So this is at 250 DPI at our lowest setting. This is about 10 minutes long, and if we wanted a higher detail and a higher resolution, then we would go with 500 DPI or even 1000 DPI, just changing our power settings. We're going to do it fast just to see how fast it can go with what the output looks like. But let's say this is a custom project, you're doing it for a friend or family and you want the best quality, you're going to up that resolution to about 500. So going about something like running a plate is different than normally running a flat piece of material because you do have this lip. What I like to do is I'll throw my software and the machine into relative mode instead of absolute and not use the camera. You'll notice that the camera, if you took a picture of this, if it's not hitting and you take a picture of it out of focus, your camera's going to be all wonky looking when it comes to looking at your material. So I like to use relative and not take a picture and just run the perimeter inside of your plate before you run it. And you always want to remember that the perimeter runs a square. And this is a circle, so it's going to hit those corners. And that's what I was talking about with this edge. So watch out for that edge, run it in relative, and run your perimeter. that running a dither is that your machine can only go on and off. So it's breaking up those pixels densities and those colors of the grayscale into different dot densities. So it's just on and off. So only on photos and something like a photo would you want to run dither. Now you wouldn't want to run dither on something like a logo or a solid fill. Oh, we're just about done. What? So there you have it. We have our engraved plate. Now you can get a higher contrast if you ran a white plate with Surmark, but I think this nice subtle touch looks pretty good. You can see those cuties' faces real good. Happy birthday grandma's real clear. How you feel about that?
I think it's good. I think when you're eating and you get to the bottom, it's going to be just heartwarming.
Throwing the mashed potatoes on your kid's face might be fun too. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, we're running a sale for the Muse 6000. We'll get you the rotary attachment, the riser, and the cool box, and of course the Muse. So you can make all the plates you want, all the cups you want, and if you wanted to buy a fiber machine and do the silverware as well, you could do that. So watch us on 1 Hour Build tomorrow, and until next time, keep making.